Dear friends, hello. We just finished trading with the team, following the forecasts, and wrapped up the live stream with you. We traded very well. We had 4 clear wins, 4 forecasts, 4 clear wins. That's how it turned out. Thank you very much for your feedback and for participating in the chat. And for those who can't join the live stream, you can always rewatch the live streams on our Telegram channel. I always, leave a replay of the live stream. You always have access to the live stream. I post those little video circles so you can always watch them, check them out, and gain experience. Also, if you do join the live stream, you always have the chance to win money, which means you can earn really well. That's why I always try to share with you, you know what, let me do this now. I'll find a couple of comfortable pairs and we'll work together. I'll show you how we work during live streams and also how I work outside of live streams. Before this stream, I set a goal for myself. The goal is either to get 4 wins or to make $300. By the way, regarding the money, I need to calculate how much it turned out to be, about $280. But I did get 4 clear wins. What do we do? What is the action algorithm? In our Telegram bot, we request a currency pair. And the bot analyzes it and shows where the chart will go, both as a percentage and in terms of the chart's future movement. I understand that here the signal is upward. I immediately enter upward. Currency pair, Australian dollar, Japanese yen. But you know what, and I recommend this to you as well. I try to think for myself. Here is this level. How did we identify this level? Here the chart stopped, went down and stopped again. Here it stopped, and here it stopped as well. Through all these stops, I can mark out a horizontal level, a horizontal zone. The bot showed that the chart would go up, and here I look to see if it really is going up or not. First of all, there is an uptrend. We entered with the trend. Secondly, here we have 1 touch, a pullback, 2 touches, 3 touches. At the 4th touch, I expect a breakout because there hasn't been any touch here at all. Here is the 4th touch. So if we have a level, for example, the chart doesn't bounce off it. 1, 2, 3, on the 4th touch, there is usually a breakout. Like this. I combine what the bot just showed me with our knowledge about the 3 touches. So I try to think with my head and enter trades myself. Anything can happen. The market can be very volatile. Sometimes news comes out and prevents us from closing our forecast. For example, I think the price will go up, and the bot also thinks it should go up and gives a forecast. But when news comes out, unfortunately, this movement might go up, but first there will be a correction, and only then will it go up. That happens too. And I show this during live streams and in videos. If there's a loss now, I'll show how you can still make money from it. And recover losses, make a profit. So that's how I try to work, that's how I try to do things, so let's keep monitoring now. There are 13 minutes left. We're watching, monitoring, and this is how we trade. And this is how we trade during live streams. You can do it differently. Stop the chart, mark level 1, pull back 2, pull back. Rarely from the place where we open to the place where there will be approximately a pullback, we still have room to go. I checked if the recording is running or not. So when I trade like this, I record the screen and use a microphone so that it's pleasant for you to listen, And so you don't have to strain to catch every word. And this is how I try to share my experience. And honestly, you should take this as advice for yourself. If you're making a recording of your screen, or even if you're not, if you imagine that someone is sitting next to you, and you try to explain to them how you analyze things, then you won't just make things up. For example, I might see a signal to go down from the bot, but in my head, I think it's going to go up. So I enter a trade going up. But when you're explaining to someone, you always follow a strict sequence. If the bot shows up and we also think up, then we enter the trade. If the bot shows, for example, down, but we think up, then we don't enter. Or sometimes, let me show you, when the bot shows one indicator down and another indicator up, I also don't enter. But if you don't have that feeling, like you're explaining to someone and thinking, well, maybe I can do something here, no one's watching anyway, I'll just take the risk. You can't take risks here. Remember, that's the first win, profit. My goal for the trading session was to get 3 wins. But now fatigue is starting to set in as well. If I don't spot something with USD JPY right now, urgently, I might not make it in time. It's urgent. I would have opened a position down there. That's such a good moment, I might not make it in time. Down on the breakout is already happening. I avoid entering without the bot. Let it confirm for me. The bot is free. Try the demo. I recommend testing only on demo. That's very important and the right thing to do. The future movement of the chart is downward, downward. It's going down. I'm making it in time. Dollars on NSKN are going down. Why did I want it so much here? Down, we have a level in our golden rule. 1, 2, 3 touches. The fourth touch, I'm expecting a breakout. This is the first and the second. Here's the level. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth touch as well. Ideally, there should be a breakout. Plus, there's also a strong approach to the level, you see, and that's not insignificant either. But according to the bot, what did we see from the bot? From the bot, we also saw that we have a 72% ratio, which is a signal for a downward move. And the future movement of the chart is also down, a downward trend. But here you see there's a news icon, meaning there will be news. The future movement of the chart is slightly down. Then there will be a correction, but our trade is for 3 minutes, so I hope we'll make it in time and be ahead. In theory, it's a horizontal level that the chart will break through. Sometimes this indicator is about the future. The chart's movement shows exactly what will happen. Just as one wonderful subscriber told me, it predicts things spot on. So for example, if the movement is going up, it really does go up, and the same kind of correction goes upward as well. Right now, the main thing is that we have enough time to close the trade in profit. There's 1 minute and 44 seconds left for the downward trade. That's the chart type. I set the candles to the M1 time frame. That's how we work. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. So set up the bot. It won't get in your way. Believe me, at the very least. And keep this in mind as well. And if you are just now happening to join our dedicated team for the very first time today, I am offering a special introductory bonus. I will personally be adding an extra $20 directly into your account balance right now to get you started. That's right, if you join our team, because I'm really good at making money. And that I'm always happy to help everyone at the start. And yes, not just at the start. For example, during a live stream, I show a chart and ask you where the chart will go, and whoever answers first. You know, sometimes someone answers straight up and someone else answers down, down. So between the two people who answered first, I check who wrote first, and after the stream, I transfer the money to them just like that. So I try to share with those who are already on the team as well, and for them I ask for things like this, to show their skills and knowledge, to apply them, and to demonstrate their speed. That's the most important thing. For a trader, speed is also necessary, not rushing, but the speed of decision making, the speed of analysis. And for those who are already on the team, as well as for the newcomers, I try to be that kind of support, both financial support and in terms of knowledge. 14 seconds left, dear traders. We might close with a loss here, we might not make it in time. It's going down, there's a correction happening. Here's the future movement, the chart predicted it. 1 second left, an unfortunate loss. It closes with a loss, and now I wouldn't be surprised if the chart suddenly drops. Could have at least closed with a refund, but okay. When moments like this happen, I'm actually glad, because you might find yourself in such situations too. 2.5 instead of $100, I'm multiplying by 2.5. Well, the movement went down just as we predicted. There's the breakout. See how frustrating it is when it closes at a loss. So, we did everything right, did everything correctly, analyzed everything. But when there's news, the chart can lag. In other words, we predicted the breakout of the level. It will happen, but not in 3 minutes, for example. That rarely happens, not in 3 minutes, but in 4. That happens, but it's rare. What do we do in such cases? I use insurance, $250 instead of $100, and switch to another currency pair, because unfortunately this currency pair is volatile right now. It's better to play another currency pair. Let's choose AUD CAD. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We're waiting for the bot's response. Here's a signal to go up. I immediately enter an upward trade. If this trade goes through cleanly, it will bring in $222. I'll recover the $100 loss and end up with a net profit of $122. The future movement of the chart shows that there will be growth. Here, there's confident growth. It's not like it was before. Or like this. Here, there's confident growth. I just thought there would be a good breakout there, and here it's a 75% rise. 2 upward forecasts from the bot. Let's go to the chart and check. Support level, resistance level, horizontal zone, got it. By the way, there was an imbalance here. During my stream, people were asking. Thanks to them for asking what an imbalance is. I always explain it in simple terms. A strong downward movement. The start of a strong move, the end of a strong move, the middle. When the chart goes down, according to imbalance, in 90% of cases, there's a pullback from the middle. Here's the pullback, it happened. And the second, third touch of the middle, we get a breakout. And the breakout happens. In a normal move, it usually goes in the direction toward the level from which the strong movement started. The chart is aiming for this zone, and at the point where we made the forecast, there's still room for it to go there. I opened upward. Sometimes it happens. See, on the broker safe finance, you go in there and it's safe. At the end of the week, sometimes I withdraw, and if I already have money in my wallets, I put it into safe. If you're trading, if you have money in safe, the broker pays you interest. It's very convenient. A lot of guys wrote to me that when they started using the class, their success rate increased because there's more confidence. For example, you need to get insurance, maybe a second insurance, but there isn't enough balance. They added funds from safe, got the insurance, and ended up in profit from the trade. Pasivan didn't write last time, and other guys also wrote that they feel more confident because you know you have that money. On the platform, when a trader has a good deposit and a small trade amount, you usually understand that even if the market is tough, even if it's volatile, you can still beat it with insurance. Like right now, for example, we've entered a market phase where there are corrections, and only after that does the upward movement happen. Even if I end up with a loss right now, it's not a problem. There are sessions like that, there are currency pairs like that, but usually the second insurance covers everything. Very rarely, you need to use 3 insurances. Very rarely. So if I had a deposit of say 30,000 rubles or 80,000 rubles, I could trade with 100 rubles per trade and using the same principle. But as you can see, there's a correction happening now. But I'll tell you that with this system, when you multiply by 2.5, you end up making much more than if you just took the profit. We click on Start, currency pair Euro and USD, new currency pair, time frame M1. Here I record a loss of $625 using it and requested it from the bot. When I encounter such volatile days, such volatile trading sessions, I never change my trading strategy because out of the 5 days we trade, out of those 5 days, see here, the future. The chart movement shows upward here and downward there. I don't analyze such currency pairs. When we trade on such volatile days, of course you can change your trading strategy, but it won't lead to anything. Out of 5 days, 1 will be this volatile when the chart doesn't follow the rules. Or there might be 2 like that. We click on Start, but not all of them. Don't think that we're changing the insurance. For example, in a day I have 5 trading sessions, sometimes 7, sometimes I do 4. Yes, in general, when I don't have time, it's fine. I do 2. Or if I have a headache, then I try to currency pair Australian dollar. I try to reduce the number of trades. I already forgot what I wanted to say. Here too, the future movement, the chart goes up and here it goes down. See? We don't enter, we change the currency pair. Let's see what we have next. We look for something new. Let's consider other currency pairs, Euro, Swiss franc, and Russian ruble, time frame M1. We wait to see what the bot says here. Let's look at the bot's forecast and enter. Okay, now I'm waiting, and right now if this turns out to be the last trade, then we'll cover the losses from the first and second trades and even see a profit. So we wait. The main thing is that the signal is coherent. Here too the movement is upward and there the movement is downward. If I see a reversal, this is the indicator. You can make a minimum number of trades. Or in fact some people don't trade at all, but I do trade because I conduct streams in such a volatile market. I need to show what to do, how to act if you find yourself in a situation like this, for example right now. The British pair, we've already looked at it, but let's take another look. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, M1 time frame. Look, Australian dollar, Japanese yen, here too you see it's going up and here it's going down. When news comes out, keep in mind that the bot often shows different signals. Currency pair, dollar and Japanese yen. And this is the first loss we got on this currency pair. Here's where the breakout happened, you see? Well, it's a frustrating loss, but this is where all this mess started with this currency pair. Let's see. If the bot now shows that we should go down, then let this mess end with this currency pair as well. And here, you see it goes up, then down, and now there's a signal to go down. Not an option. And right now, as you can see, the chart is really jerking around. It shoots up, then down, up again, then down again. Let's keep looking for something else. Keep searching. Sometimes it happens that when you start trading, currency pairs just seem to fall right into your hands. Like today during the live stream, I took 4 wins, that's it, we finished, perfect. But sometimes you have to monitor like this, dig through, watch, search. But I always try to finish every trading session in profit, unless something really out of the ordinary happens. Every trading session should end in the green, you absolutely have to finish with a profit. But if the market is really tough and there are no currency pairs or opportunities, it's better to take a break and then continue afterwards. So here we go, the movement is going down, $625 on a decline, a downward trend according to the bot. The signal was down. We have a level here, the chart has touched this level 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I'm expecting a breakout, we entered successfully. And why did I think it would go down here? Because first of all, according to the bot, we have a downward signal right here. Secondly, this indicator shows that the chart will go down, and this one as well. Roughly speaking, 3 forecasts pointing down. Let's keep monitoring it. So that's how my trading session turned out. But in any case, I've said everything I wanted to say. Join the live streams. We learn online. We learn this way too. I give away money. I'm happy to share. If you're a beginner and just want to join the team, and if you're already a pro, you should also join the live streams. $20, it's nice and useful. You see, as soon as I start increasing my profit, I can do $40 giveaways to one person, or even $100. So the main thing is that we don't suddenly raise the bar, but instead move forward very smoothly, without risk, and so on. We're waiting for minute 46. This is what's left, probably this photo, this screenshot. I'll probably use it as the video thumbnail. I will use it, but there are 37 left. That's how I work, carefully without risk. The deposit is very important, guys. The main components are the deposit and psychology. When I started back when I was having difficulties, this was 7 years ago, I was told it's better to take a break and resolve all your issues first, and only then start trading. It's not like, oh, I'll just jump in and throw money around. You can't trade with borrowed money. You can't trade on credit. That's very important, and I used to underestimate that. A lot depends on this. Everything depends on it. So even a minute left is worth monitoring. We wait, we watch, 55 seconds left, and that's it. It's free. Set it up, subscribe to our Telegram channel. By the way, I do giveaways there, and I can do them here for you as well. Plus, I send notifications there about when our live stream is starting, 50 minutes or an hour in advance. Sorry when I'm late. For example, I said I'd be on in 50 minutes, but actually showed up in 60. It happens. Sometimes there are glitches, you know? Everything just gets shut down. Internet issues, unfortunately. That's really bad. So let's keep monitoring here. I almost missed the moment. We're monitoring, 21 seconds left. Let's watch. That's a nice gain. But here you see there are 3 indicators. All 3 indicators went down. We have a very good signal which is giving us all profit. Good luck to everyone. This was your trader, and all the necessary links are available. Look, that's $500 in net profit. We earned it, but our $100 trade didn't go through, while the other 1 or 2 did. The $100 trade didn't go through, so if we subtract $250 and $350 from $500, that leaves $150. Even though the percentage is small, $150 is still nice. That's how it goes sometimes. So with our trading system, not only do we recover the loss from the first trade, but we also end up in profit. That's it. Take care of yourselves. Keep trading. Only trade for profit and use the bot. It's a very good assistant.